Patience is not the ability to wait, but the ability to keep a good attitude while waiting. Anonymous. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Step Up to Greatness and another episode of our Life Lessons videos. The place to get your tips, tricks, advice, life hacks, and motivation to move you forward towards a life of greatness. I'm Dustin Gruss, certified professional coach, personal trainer, and motivational public speaker. I, of course, prefer the term greatness facilitator. I believe we all have greatness within us, or at the very least, a life of greatness out there waiting for us. My goal here at Step Up to Greatness is to help you find your greatness, which I believe is your healthiest and happiest version of yourself. Unless you've been living under a rock the last few weeks, a lot has been going on in the world and in this country. Each day that goes by, there seems to be new suggestions, bans, or executive orders made, most of which are leading people to be shacked up in their homes, unable to gather, socialize, exercise with our favorite groups of people, attend our favorite places or events, or even go to our place of employment. These decisions are understandably nerve-wracking and life-changing, but they can also be life-saving. While the seriousness of this current pandemic is being debated by people because the highest fatality rate affects mainly our elderly people and those with a weakened immune system, people are wondering why such major precautions are being taken and saying that people are overreacting. I remember back in 2012 when I lived in Florida and Hurricane Sandy breezed by us but ended up hitting New York and New Jersey as a Category 1. I remember the majority of people in Florida wondering, why are they making such a big deal about a Category 1 up there? That's nothing. And while 54 deaths when it comes to a hurricane may seem small to an area accustomed to being hit with hurricanes like Florida is, New York and New Jersey were not equipped or prepared. While 54 died from the storm, the reverberations of the storm echoed throughout New York and the surrounding area to the tune of $32 billion in damages in overcrowded and overworked hospitals, emergency response, and utility workers. 8 years later, and parts of New York and New Jersey have still not fully recovered from this weak Category 1 hurricane. Now that I'm back up north in Ohio, there's been times I've scoffed and laughed at some southern states that essentially shut down when they get a measly 1 inch of snow. Then I remind myself, they aren't equipped to handle it. They're trying to keep their people safe, and I respect that. Maybe you get where I'm going with this now. I realize there's a lot of uncertainty, confusion, and worry. Maybe not necessarily about the virus, maybe more about your financial future. Maybe you're frustrated and angry with the decisions our officials are choosing to make. While I'm not normally one to talk on politics, I am one who believes in keeping people safe, and that's what I believe our government is trying to do. They're trying to protect not only our elderly and people with a more weakened immune system, but protect our healthcare workers from getting burnt out and making them more susceptible to this disease. They're trying to protect those who may be sick or hurt in another capacity, still get the help they need because the hospitals aren't overrun with people who could have avoided hospital care from the virus. I know there are a lot of questions about what are you going to be able to do financially if you can't work. If you look through the social chatter about people taking it too serious or not serious enough, you'll see the government starting to institute programs to help those losing money because of their orders. You'll see cable companies offering vouchers for families with kids at home that need internet to do their newly assigned online schoolwork. You'll see people offering to buy groceries without judgment to those in need. You'll see hope. Keep in mind, this has all escalated greatly within a matter of weeks, and things are continuing to escalate and change every day. The leaders of this country are just trying to keep you safe first. They will figure out the financial next. Because if you get sick and die, what's the point of worrying about money first anyway? In this time of uncertainty, I'm urging you to be patient. My wife and I, along with my other family here in Ohio, have taken the social distance practice to heart. especially with my wife and I having a little one in our home with a weakened immune system. We don't know how long we will have to keep this distance for or how much it will cost us, but we know it will be worth it to keep him safe. But one thing we know we are going to have to exercise during this time is patience. Cooped up in a house with just us two and a baby and a dog, neither of which can talk, yeah, lots of patience and grace. I once read that the average working married couple with kids spends just 20 minutes a day talking to one another due to all the other activities that go with work and being a parent. 20 minutes. Now, of course, I like to think my wife and I are more than average, but suddenly we're in close quarters for 24 hours a day for the foreseeable future. It's going to take patience. Maybe you're in a similar situation and have kids at home. You're going to need patience. I want to give you all some ideas on how to occupy your time and be patient. First, slow down any rush you might have to get things done. I've already seen posts of people doing their spring cleaning, sorting through old clothes or pantries. While this is great, realize you have a lot of free time coming your way. Why not turn rooting through your clothes into a fun fashion show? Second, if you know your kids or yourself are going to get caught up on the internet or TV the whole time, make it educational. Many zoos and museums will be hosting virtual tours and camps where you can see the displays and learn about the exhibits. Anticipating constant fights over the TV control or video game systems? Create a schedule for everyone to follow to not only prevent fighting, but limit screen time and create opportunities for activity as a family, playing a board game, eating meals together, or putting on skits or shows for one another. You might want to include some designated alone time for everyone on that schedule too. Just saying. Be patient as you try new things. There are loads of dance lessons, workouts, and yoga instructions available online for free. Try new things together or on your own, but be patient and have fun with it as you may not get it right away. Read and share stories. Nothing passes time like a good book. To help limit some of that screen time, delegate some time to reading. Then take turns sharing what you read and what you liked, what you didn't like, and so on. Maybe even react some scenes as you would picture it for one another. Lastly, sometimes to be patient, you have to have faith. Trust that life is happening as it needs to right now. While seemingly an inconvenience, this is also time together and at home that you otherwise wouldn't have had. Have faith in yourself and trust that when things return, what we can only define as closer to normal, you will do what you need to do in order to create the life you want to live without compromising your well-being in the process. Have faith that there will be people ready and willing to help if and when you need it. Have faith that when all this is said and done, you will be able to keep moving forward and step up.